I am Nina Bade. I am a dramaturg and a theater maker from Hamburg in Germany. Happiness is a privilege. Happiness is a place. Happiness can be a certain time. Happiness can be special people. Happiness can be inside of you, and it can also be outside of you. And I think happiness is maybe the ultimate goal of life. Once you've reached happiness, you've got it all. And the first thing that comes to my mind is a lot of cake. Because I was eating a lot of cake with the participants from my project. I went to many places to eat cake. Another thing, maybe staying with the food, is the tarator, the best yogurt soup I've ever eaten. This is something very special for Sofia. Another thing, which is, it's not an object, but it's the peaceful atmosphere and the quietness in the streets of Sofia when just taking a stroll or like walking around. Another thing while strolling around are the weird pavements, so you always have to watch your step and you can't really take care of the architecture, all the beautiful architecture around you, so you just want to stand there and be in awe of everything around you while you have to watch your step. Yes, so those were 4 things, I think, and then maybe the last one. I think it's the like in the sense of community in Sofia. It's like a small group of people that you would meet everywhere when you go to cultural events. So you would always see the same nice faces everywhere. So I feel very privileged in the sense of having met nice people and made nice experiences with them. So my project is about the topic of birthdays, because for me it comes from a very personal space. I was born on December 24th, and it was always kind of a struggle for me because my family and all of the people that I know celebrate Christmas on that day, so it was always a struggle for me. So I started to wonder how other people celebrate their birthdays. And I asked people, I asked close friends, I asked my parents, and I found out a lot of new things about these people. So I wondered what would happen if I asked strangers, people that I haven't met yet, about the way they celebrate their birthdays. Because I think it tells a lot about a person's personality, about a person's culture they grew up in, about a certain time, about traditions and personal rituals, and also about every individual's way of the relationship to growing older. Because we've all been born once and we are all growing until the day we will stop growing, because we are going to die. This is the one thing I think we all have in common. So I'm interested in what we share in common with each other, and then the very individual ways of doing life. I think Bulgaria has certain birthday traditions. For example, I think the most common thing that I heard a lot about was to not celebrate your 40th birthday, which I've never heard about before coming here. I think it's a very special thing in Bulgaria because of the number 40. And I feel like there were some certain topics about Bulgarian traditions, but what really surprised me was that it was more about the personal rituals, about the small and the big things that make people feel loved and appreciated. And this is not always rooted in Bulgarian traditions, but more in a way of who you like to surround yourself with and how you feel loved by the people around you. Well, I hope that this is just the beginning of a birthday revolution, maybe. So it's the start of a new project that I would like to continue at other places in other countries, that I would like to bring home and ask more people about the topic and create this big collection of stories. So yes, I hope it will grow. I hope it will I hope it will grow from here. So I feel like the birthday project in a way has been born in Sofia, and it is growing and it will continue to grow. Yeah, what really surprised me about Sofia was the quietness and the calmness, because I assumed it is the capital of Bulgaria, right? And it's a lot of people live here, so it's a big city. But I feel like the whole city has this certain quietness and calmness in everything that people do. So when people just cross the street or when you pass by somebody, it's very quiet. And this is something I didn't expect before coming here. I feel very inspired by the culture that I experienced and by the theater pieces I saw, by exhibitions that I visited during the time I was in Sofia. I just watched 2 performances last night at the Anti-Static Festival, and I think that this is such an interesting festival. It's presenting the Bulgarian dance platform, and I watched 2 performances last night that were really interesting, and they were really about like bodies and movement. And I feel like a lot of times I feel inspired by works that probably are very far from what I do, my artistic work, but it feels very enriching to like soak in all of these different kinds of cultural energies and see what it actually like does to my body. I started to really enjoy hiking while I was in Sofia. I feel like I've never been a good hiker, but I felt so calm and so inspired by the nature around Sofia, with the Vitosha mountain and all the the trees, the nature, the waterfalls, the beautiful monasteries within these mountains. So I feel like my body was really present during the time I was in the mountains. So I would usually go for a hike during the weekend to have inspiration and new energy for the week to start working again and meet new people and edit audios that I've recorded and do all these different kinds of work for my project. I feel like the residency, and especially the Take Care residency, really gives me the space to take care of the project I'm working on, and to also take care of myself in a sense of being new in the country, and to maybe lose all of my obligations that I would usually have to do in daily life. So I lose my function being, like a co-worker for other projects. I lose my function being a daughter or a friend, or while I'm still doing it in the background. Of course, I'm still somebody's daughter, I'm still somebody's friend, but the residency gives me the opportunity to really have a space for myself and to find my own function within the project I'm working on. And it helps me to find new interests, to find things out about another culture, and by finding things out about another culture, finding things out about myself. I would like to tell the future residents to really enjoy the process of things, and because it's a privilege to not having to think about a certain result that has to be produced in sense of capitalism. It's really, I would tell these people, it's a privilege to be in another country. It's a privilege to have the opportunity to work on a project that you love, that is going to grow, from which you will also grow, and from which you will take a lot of things home. So it's really just take care, take your time, enjoy the process, and have fun. And eat all of the good food. I'm very happy with the results of my project so far. I'm very happy with the process. I'm very thankful for the participants who were willing to share their stories in my work. And I would also say I'm very proud of myself, because I feel like I've grown from this experience, and I'm proud of myself for having taken every opportunity that was offered to me and that felt inspiring. So yes, I am happy. Yeah, the happiness is inside of me right now. I'm excited to see who's traveling to the residency space next, who's going to have the room I've lived in for 2 months, who's going to do some of the same things I've been doing, who's going to meet some of the people I've met. Yeah, I'm really excited to learn about the work of the people who are coming here next.